Hey everybody, this is FirePitChilling. My name is Gucci, and I am the lazy gamer of the group. Here we got the snazzy watch wearing Jeff.
Okay, it's really not snazzy, but okay. Thank you. Thank you. It's waterproof.
And we got the quintessential gamer, Ernie.
What's up, dude?
Okay.
And today we got the topic of...
What about the birds?
Oh, and we got the birds chilling out here, making all that noise that you hear in the background. Hopefully not, because I would hopefully have edited them out at the time. But if they are in burden, I'm sorry. Today, if we had the funds, this is what we would be investing in. So, I will go first. I would want to invest in stand-up comedy. I would want to have my own stage, I guess, my own comedy club, and be able to open that up to comedians that are kind of like me, that are just trying to get their start, and maybe even be able to get some money in the beginning, because I know it's tough to sell people on your dreams when you can't bring money or provide for yourself. So I'd want to be able to jumpstart that process for younger comedians, and also just give myself a platform, because I mean, if I'm the owner, I could go up whenever I want. And yeah, I think just entertainment in general is something that I could try to provide for people at a reasonable rate, because
So you would have a comedy club,
yes.
and you would perform stand-up, improv, like everything there, or?
Yeah, I'd try to umbrella it. Yeah, I guess that would have been a more fun direction to take it than what I was doing. I would say, yeah, like improv is really cool. It's something that I'm not super involved in, but I have gone to a couple of improv shows, and they're really fun. So that would be something that I'd want to showcase to people that may not necessarily go out and do that on their own. And like I said, affordable entertainment, you know, something that you can just show up and pay $5 and you have a good show for the rest of the night. And
So how big is like the theater that you want to build?
I would like to house like 200 seats.
And what's in this theater? Like, is it just seating, and then what else we got?
Seating and a stage.
Okay, what else?
And just enough room for, like, you know, a lighting
Refreshments?
board. Yeah,
Is there
yeah.
a bar? Is there a...
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
it's like a movie theater where you go, you can get food, you can get drink, and
Yeah,
you go inside.
I would say that there should be room for people to be able to come in and, you know, have a meal, have, you know, just drinks if they want drinks.
So we're talking like tables?
Yeah, there'd be tables too, I think.
So it's a restaurant. I'm just
Oh,
trying
man.
to visualize this. It's not like a movie theater where you buy popcorn and you go inside. Are there tables where you can eat your food and relax? You know what I'm saying?
No, I get that. Flappers Comedy Club has a good setup where they have tables.
Never been, so I can't say.
But there's like tables and booths.
Okay.
So there is a setup where you can have a nice meal, but they also
Okay.
have like the tables and just chairs. So
Okay.
it's like a little bit of a hybrid. So I guess my ideal setup would be
Comedy club.
comedy club, where, you know, at the end of the day you're just sitting there and enjoying the comedy, and you're not necessarily there to eat food and drink, but
That's just a bonus.
yeah. So the primary thing would be the entertainment and the platform for people
And you're saying you would be the primary entertainment, or would you hire people, or like are you investing in this for your personal? You do A, B, and C, or you do mostly the directing. You know what I mean?
Yes, I
I feel
understand,
like it'd
I
be-
understand what you're saying.
Okay.
And I would open it up for other people to possibly like headline and, you know, put on plays and whatnot there. So it wouldn't just be all me, because I understand that could be just as boring. But
Okay.
I'm just fidgeting.
Yeah.
The core takeaway from it is people would be able to go in there and do their thing also. So I would hire out people. Like I'd give them money to, you know, go out there and do their thing. Just another platform, like I said, so that, you know, when you're just starting out, you have that, well, I was paid to do this, you know, like, so you have something to tell people that, hey, like, somebody paid me to do my art, and it establishes it a little more. Because I feel like that's what people are lacking. They're like, oh, I was in a play. Oh, really? You're like, cool. Yeah, it didn't pay much or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's just the struggle of it. So if I can make that more readily available and I have the funds to do it, that's what I'd want to be doing. So
2 quick questions.
Yes.
Where would you want to have it? Like,
Ideally in Los
location-wise?
Angeles. Where? That's just I don't know exactly. Ideally,
That's okay. I mean, it just depends where anyway.
Ideally, I'd want it somewhere maybe near Dodger Stadium, because I feel like that area is just like kind of happening, you know. The skyline, the skyline, you know, visual of that. I think that's just something about it.
Not Griff Park, Legion Park.
Is kind of just what I'm about, I think. So,
Okay.
I would like that area.
Most important question.
Yes.
What would you name it?
Oh no.
That's very important.
That is
like
very
you need
important.
to know that now. Like before you even start planning, you have to know what you're gonna call it.
And the logo.
And you need the logo arguably before you know what it's called.
Is this just some subtle
Let's go.
jabs at?
Pick one.
Let's just go with.
Oh, I hate it. It's terrible. Next.
I'll go with the Wheeze Factory.
Oh God,
The
I actually
Wheeze
do hate
Factory?
that. Wheeze Factor?
The Wheeze Factory.
How do you spell Wheeze?
For like Weezer? Like the band?
Or like Wheezing
Like
Ed
they
from
own
Hey
it?
Arnold, which is a good episode. Wheezing Ed.
Like just Wheeze, like
How would you spell it?
W-E-E-Z.
Ooh, so Weezer. Because I was thinking W-H. Wheeze, you know, because you wheeze.
Yeah, that's I kind of was like just the Wheeze.
Like Lil Wayne.
Louise.
Like that.
Bro, come on, hold on.
People
Why
are
don't you settle down
people are
there,
gonna not understand what is happening at the Wheeze Factory.
Take it easy. Oh, man. If I heard of the Wheeze Factor, I'm just thinking grime. I'm thinking dirt.
Yeah,
Like-
it sounds like heavy-set people who are having a hard time breathing.
The Wheeze
Like
Factor
they offer
sounds
extra butter on everything that happens.
And it's just like, does it need that much salt? Like, you really putting that much extra salt in it? Like, hey, I don't know. It's very grimy. I like it. I do like it. I don't like it.
I don't like it
any
either.
of that.
Hey, but you picked it, and I have to stick with it.
Yeah.
Pick it and stick it. That's what I always say.
All right. Well, sorry it took
Never
so
said-
long on something that ended up just being the Wheeze Factory.
Jesus.
Who wants to go next?
I don't know.
Okay.
You go.
Okay. I don't know either. I was thinking about it, and then I was like, honestly, I'm being dead serious, not just trying to be like, oh, like, who you trying to impress? Like, every single time the questions come up, if you won the lottery, you won $1 million, what would you do? Now, honestly, the first thing I would do was just, before I would say just give most of it to my parents. Now I think I'm a little bit older, but I would still use a good majority to help my parents out. Finish any payments, tie up any loose ends, like with the cars, with the house, anything. I would legitimately try and give a lot to my parents.
Okay, but let's say you have like a crazy amount of money where you can give them $1 billion and you still have $1 billion left over.
Then I'm gonna give everything to them, and then after that, dude, I honestly, the only things I could think of was get a new car that has air conditioning. So get a brand new car, and maybe invest in a house. But something as big and life changing like I don't know, because I don't think I'm ready to tackle anything that big. Like I'm ready to get hired at a cool place or something, but to start from scratch, I feel like I don't know enough. That's why it's hard to think of something.
Well,
But
because
you would
also
have-
you could hire out to just say, like, you want a animal sanctuary, you know.
I guess it would be a museum then. I'd want to have a very fun and interactive natural history museum that's not crazy gigantic. Like something that's, let's see, how do I say this? a natural history museum that houses a good amount of live animals to show people what these really awesome animals do. Lots of insects, because insects are very fun. And then different... Okay, let's just roll with this then. If it's a museum, again, I'm thinking the Cal Academy. I'm thinking Academy of Sciences. So it's going to be this really cool natural history museum that has different biomes, or different regions, better yet. So every room's a different region in the world. So you're going to go, like the Natural History Museum in LA has the North American Mammal Hall, has the African Mammal Hall. It's got the Ornithology Lab, which is like birds and stuff like that. So mine would be similar, but it would all be geographically based. So you're going to go in one section of this museum that's all North America.
Cool.
And it's gonna have these awesome, mounted bears. It's gonna have these cool maps on national parks of the U.S. It's gonna have
these birds.
It's gonna have these birds that are. It's gonna
These
ID
birds are
them
gonna
for
follow
you.
us everywhere we go now.
Yeah, there's gonna be birds in it. It's gonna have all the fun stuff. It's gonna have otters, the foxes, the local coyotes and raccoons you find outside, skunks. There's gonna be a jungle, South American rainforest, Central and South American rainforest lab, where you go in that, and it's crazy cool. And similar to the Academy of Sciences, it'd be cool if we had this big domed rainforest that's really humid, that has macaws. We got a ton of terrariums for all these insects, because again, that's the cool part about the rainforest, all these insects. And then again, you go to these deep within these crevices and you find these big animals that are like, if not posters or like museum specimens, something like that, like jaguars and monkeys and stuff like that. And then again, that's just going to apply. That's just this side of the world. That's the new world. And then we're going to have another section that's, the African grasslands, or the Congo rainforest, or Indonesian rainforest.
So they would be like domes or like rooms.
I'm thinking dependent
biospheres.
Man, that's where it gets hard. I guess I'm getting a little too ambitious, but
You have $1 billion.
it would be a mixture. So there'd be a few halls, and these halls like expand into big rooms, and that has a bunch of fun interaction for kids and things that adults can learn. And then there's going to be a couple of bubbles that have like humidity that really show you what it feels like.
So like the Cal Academy.
Like the Cal Academy, but more expansive, because that Cal Academy had the Rainforest Dome, which is awesome. But I want to have a Sahara Dome where it's not humid, it's dry heat, and there's like sand on the ground, and it's not going to be hot, obviously, but it's going to be really bright in there. And then it'll have this cool timer where every like 20 minutes the lights go off and it gets cold. Yeah, and you're at night in the desert, and then all these lights show up, and then you're looking, because in the desert during the day, you're not going to see anything. You're going to see sand, whatever. Maybe see one ant that freaking roasts to death. Once the sun goes down, all these little critters wake up, and all the foxes wake up. And yeah, it's going to house it. It's going to show something cool, you know what I mean? So all this fun stuff. So yeah, again, these normal forests, coniferous forests, like the redwoods and stuff, that's going to be all on the walls. This rainforest dome is going to have really humid. These desert halls. Pretty much what I want to, if I could do anything, I'd want to instill this very good the understanding of not only like natural history and with respect to like animals. Like I want you to learn about animals and insects, all these fun stuff, but I want you to know about where they come from. Because for me, if we're talking passion, what I really enjoy most is like these animals, how they've evolved and adapted, and like where they all come from. So I want this museum to really tackle geography with natural history. Cool.
Could you make money back by giving everybody Pokedexes? And like they have to buy the Pokedex, and then they have to just go and take a picture.
Hey, that'd actually be pretty cool. Yeah, tell me where you can find this animal, because a lot of people don't know where you find certain animals.
And then you just
I think it's so much fun. Yeah. So that'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. Okay.
Because that
would you go there?
What would you name it? I would go there.
Would I name it, man?
I'm there for sure, man. Like, I want to pass.
Oh, man.
Like, that sounds really cool.
So California Academy of Sciences is as cool as it gets. But if I had to name this, I want to go with the Academy somehow, but I don't want to steal that name. So let's go with the.
It doesn't have to be in California.
Doesn't have to be in California, but it'll probably end up in California. I want to go with the something lab. Let's go with the lab of the. Oh man, this is hard. How does it sound like? You know, I just gotta say something random. Okay, the lab of the world.
The lab of the world.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I don't like it at all.
Now
But
you kind of know how I felt.
Earth
How I
lab.
felt about
Earth lab.
The
Nah,
Wheeze,
I can't use lab at
the
all.
Wheeze factory. I was just like, dang.
Why not just Naturalist Museum?
Sure, it's better than the Wheeze Factory.
It is better than the Wheeze Factory. I'm gonna think of another name to say later.
All right.
Okay, what do you got?
I
That was
thought
fun.
of 3 things.
Holy crap, dude.
Do you want to just go into each of them like
I'll-
slightly, or
Yeah, I'll do very briefly.
and then we can pick one that we really like.
So the first one I'm gonna say is VR.
Ooh.
I feel like it's just the easy thing to get into. I mean, a lot of companies are working on it. They're still experimenting with it and going into the gaming side of it, because it's still pretty hard to have fluid movement without getting motion sickness or just without looking
Falling on
like
the
weird and
ground.
janky.
Yeah.
So I'd want to do that. Work with PlayStation, of course, Sony fanboy, and work with that VR system, make something. The big picture would be work with space exploration and invest in not NASA, I guess, but Elon Musk.
SpaceX.
So
Yeah.
the private ones.
Yeah, the
Okay.
private ones, because I feel like they have more leeway. Like if they have the funding, they can really do whatever they want.
Which is scary, but it's cool.
Exactly. So
It's
I would
necessary.
love
It's
to be
true.
be the first person to go to Mars, or be like in a group of people that travel to go to Mars.
What if that's a one-way trip?
That's fine.
Okay.
Well,
It's another question to ask later.
so
It's fine.
don't give Ernie money, or else there's not going to be any more FirePitChilling.
I could broadcast from space.
Fair enough. That
You'll
will.
just get the signal in a few years, or however that works. Delay.
The return.
Wow.
Skype call delay. And a fun one would be to make a Batman movie with Mr. Freeze as the main villain.
Why?
Because I feel like the
I
last
thought they
movie
nailed
was
it
in-
with Mr. Freeze. in the
No,
first
they
one.
did not.
Arnold?
And
Hey, man.
I think he's a tragic character. If you really make him correctly, he lost his wife,
I remember that, yeah.
and he's just doing
Spoilers, dude. You already ruined the movie.
he's just doing everything possible to keep her alive. And that's why he has to go to stealing, because he doesn't have money, he just has the suit. So it's the easiest way to keep her in the cryogenic state. Like, he doesn't have, there's no job that he could do where he's going to get enough money to keep his wife alive.
He could build hockey stadiums.
No.
So,
I honestly didn't know that.
yeah, I think I knew part of that from.
No, I had no idea.
So, you like Mr. Freeze?
He's okay.
Or has
He's-
potential, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has
If you do
potential.
him correctly, I think he could be a great
He
villain.
could be a really good villain. Okay. So good to like in. Would it have been cool to see him in one of the Dark Knight movies in that trilogy? Do you think?
I don't
I feel like
think
if anyone
so.
could have nailed it, I feel like he could have done a good job.
Christopher Nolan?
Yeah.
I
You
feel
know what I'm
like-
saying?
Yeah, but I feel like he's too, like, they were trying to keep that universe
Realistic. He's too cartoony or something.
Not cartoony, but he goes into like Superman, Flash. Wonder Woman. Like, he doesn't have powers necessarily, but he brings a sense of, like, a freeze gun. Like, where are you gonna find that?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they did a pretty good job in those movies, except for the guy's face burning off, which is still one of the sickest movies ever.
And if I'm not mistaken, was the only CGI they used for the whole movie.
hmm Still ridiculous.
I still think about that car scene.
That semi flipping over? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
Crazy. Crazy. That movie's like, well, I like that space exploration one. That one's pretty cool. I just feel like, personally, it's a huge investment for something that
Might never pay off.
might not ever pay off in your lifetime. You know what I mean?
That's true, but I'd also be leaving behind a legacy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's for the future for sure. That's the only thing I was thinking of. It's like you can invest in that, and that's so ridiculously cool, but it's just like you're probably not going to see the end result, buddy.
See,
I feel like that's what the disclaimer.
Tough pill to swallow, but
Yeah, no, seriously.
like, I didn't think about that.
Let me dump all this money, and then hopefully it works. I'm going to be dead either way.
it was either going to be explore the depths of the ocean, because, I mean, our planet, there's like, what, 90%
Our ocean's
unexplored?
fantastic, too.
Yeah, and we don't know what's out there. But,
I saw a video on it recently. It was really cool.
Um,
Yeah, it's like, you know.
yeah, but I've been more fascinated with space.
Same
so
here. I mean, I love the ocean. I love our aquatic life. I know a lot of people that taught me it. It's really fun. But something about space.
Because at the end of the day, the sea is finite.
Yeah.
Space is infinite.
And at the same
To
time,
our
though,
knowledge, it's-
at the same time, though, we might not ever be able to.
there's Joey driving by in his motorcycle.
hey.
At the same time, we might not ever be able to travel because it's so vast. Whereas we have something good here. That's
Yeah.
why it's like where people are like, "Oh man, we gotta get out of the planet because we're ruining it." It's like, yeah, well, that's our fault. Like we really tarnished where we live, and now we're looking for an easy way out. But if you look at it from an outside perspective, it's like you guys messed it up. Like you don't deserve to go anywhere else. You know what I mean?
That is true.
Because it's like we had something, we have something that's truly great that is slowly diminishing, and then we want to invest in a way to get out or look at what else is out there because we already ruined what we have.
What does that leave future generations? Like, this wasn't their fault. This is our fault.
Yeah.
Our generation's fault.
I mean, our
and the
fault,
previous
but
ones.
yeah, it's overlapping. And that's I don't know.
So wouldn't we be looking to help our future generations? Not us exactly, because like you said, this won't pay off in our lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd be helping the future humans.
Yeah. But what if we're just, and this is just like spitballing obviously, but what if we're all just part of this crazy lab experiment of some student? Some student created a couple of galaxies or something and a couple billion of galaxies and throw all these seeds in it, and then like what if we're part of an experiment pretty much, and we're on this world, cool, let's see how long they can do to expand the planet. Oh, it turns out they actually ruined their planet. Well, let's just throw them away and try again. That's what I'm saying. Like, and if that's the case, like nothing we do really
Matters?
just because like we had one goal
I see.
to fix this or something like that. That was a huge
Theoretical.
like what if in this aspect. Pretty much though, I think I agree with what you're saying because yeah, we should help the future. But I mean, we have a pretty good history of how we're not very good at keeping this stuff safe.
History repeats itself.
We just consistently, as many different efforts and things come up to save the planet, we just consistently let it die. So what's the point in trying to colonize and get something better if we're just going to do the same thing?
I don't know. We'd find out about it in your museum.
Yeah. I'm trying to sell my spot right now. Like, come
'Cause then it
visit.
just goes back to your.
It's not called Earth Lab.
Oh, but it just goes
It's
back
called
to
the
your.
Biosphere.
The Wheeze Lab.
The
The
Wheeze
Wheeze
Lab.
Lab.
No, I like Biosphere. Even though Biosphere, dude. Oh my god. That was
theme
a,
of,
that was
the
a
theme of
newsletter
ego.
for our bio department. The biosphere. Can I call it the biosphere?
Sure.
Okay.
The biosphere.
Biosphere.
But like the theme with ego for you, because you also say like, what if just humanity in general just kind of looks at a planet as a resource, and humanity's meant to use resources.
Yeah.
So what if that's just how it's viewed? It's like, well, Earth isn't the important part; it's humanity's the important part, and that's just how it's viewed.
So we just go to other planets, destroy it, and then go
What
to
if
a new
we're
one?
the super evil villain?
So we're General Zod,
Yeah.
Whoa!
right?
Could I be Thanos?
No.
Jesus, man.
You know nothing about Thanos.
So I don't.
But I don't know. Actually, I don't want to make it seem like I'm against space exploration and stuff because I'm for it. I think our destiny is in the stars. I think we have to figure it out. I just feel like it's a lot more difficult than we think. Like it's easier said than done. We can't even figure out how to get to one planet in our star system, and there are billions of star systems that are way further away than we can comprehend. So unless there's something we're missing, it's really difficult. And then at the end of the day, it's like, well, what happens when we get there? Like, what are we gonna do? I don't know. It makes me think.
We're
Not
gonna
against
find oil.
Not against it. Yeah, see? Come on, man. Get out of here.
In a water planet?
Huh?
Just a water?
Yeah, dude.
Or a lava planet?
I'm not against it, though.
Or a Wheeze planet?
The Wheezes.
There's a planet that there's already a Wheeze factory, and they're just laughing it up.
And there's a planet where there's just full of Gucci's. Can you
I would
imagine?
not go.
Don't want to go there.
Just be filled with people that
Everyone looks exactly like Gucci. They talk like Gucci.
They
act
wheeze like Gucci.
Wheeze like me.
And they smell like Gucci, but none of them smell. So they don't know what it
That's
smells
just a
like.
terrible planet. It's just a musty.
Oh.
As soon as you hit the atmosphere, it's just must.
Musty.
Planet Wheeze.
But of the three that you brought up, which one would you invest the most time? Because I guess that you would say that you would fund all of those. If not, well, you wouldn't put billions of dollars into a movie, maybe, but
Sure.
Maybe.
the movie might be the one that you spend the most time because you say you want to be maybe hands-on on it to make sure that that goes the way you like.
Yeah, it'd probably be the one I'm most passionate about.
Okay.
But I think the more money would have to go to space.
So more money, space, but I figured that was kind of like the...
Given answer?
Yeah, but it's good that you defined it there, but... So the time one would maybe just be the movie at that point?
Sure.
Or the VR?
Probably the movie.
That's cool.
And I wouldn't have Batman killing people. I don't know what that was about.
I don't know how I feel.
When was that?
Batman vs. Superman.
I don't even remember that.
He was just running people over with the tank,
Oh
exploding
my
cars,
god, yeah.
branding people.
Totally forgot about that.
He branded people?
Yeah.
Man, I did not watch Batman vs. Superman the way I thought I did. I
Well,
feel like I would have remembered that.
You branded them with their batarangs.
I mean, I forgot most of that movie. I just remember going like, oh, that wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't great.
I don't know
I
why.
enjoyed
It
it.
wasn't terrible.
I liked Jesse Eisenberg.
I didn't like that. That was stupid.
I
That's what I thought. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird.
liked the grandma's sweet tea. Like that was the scene for me that I was like, I like that. That was cool.
Spoilers.
I didn't say what happened.
I did.
Batman fights
You did?
Superman.
I said Batman kills people.
Oh, anybody that hasn't technically, if you haven't seen Batman vs.
All right.
Superman, you're not going to see it anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up with just me being dumb. So the final wrap up here, you would invest in all three, but you'd spend the most money on space exploration, and you would spend the most time on the Batman movie with Mr. Freeze as the antagonist.
Yes.
While playing VR in your free time.
Sure.
Would that also include AR?
No.
Fair. Jeff? Biosphere.
I'm with it. I want it to happen.
Please make it Please let there be a Pokedex.
Like, the more I started talking about it, I don't know if you noticed, I started to rant more and more because I started to think more and more. And I was like, man, wait a minute. Hold on. I could really make this a really cool museum, man. So, yeah.
I really hope you get some money.
If not, I'd like to work at the California Academy.
Shouts out. Is this
Shout
your
outs.
application?
That's my shout outs. They'll hear it eventually.
And Wheeze Factory. Big disappointment. All right.
Wait, hold on. No. Not big disappointment. Stop selling yourself short. Wheeze Factory in LA. A good place to get some drinks, watch a couple comedy shows. You know, have a good... What do you want to do this Friday night? We can go to Wheeze Factory. That's what you're going for, right? A place where you can go and chill. And
good parking. You know what? Good parking.
Oh, dude, if you invest in good parking in LA, then you know you got a good spot.
That's what I want. Good parking.
Fair.
So
we're not parking on the top level, like
none
the very top level.
None of these little tiny 7-Eleven parking lots where you only got one way to go, and if the dude's backing up, you're kind of... None of that, dude. Yeah. If you get a good parking lot, people will go.
Well, there you go.
Because that'll be on
That's
Yelp.
Gonna be,
it'll be on Yelp. People say parking's great, and people notice those things.
Is this for people like you who have anxiety parking?
Exactly for me.
Not even a bad...
It's 100% about me.
I was going to say you're not even a bad driver, but I was like, oh, well, you never drive.
I'm an adequate driver. I'm a terrible parker.
Okay.
Ernie can attest to how bad it's done. The Wheeze Factory. Thank you guys so much for sticking with this podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed the up in quality, hopefully.
Hopefully.
And you guys come back for more.
We're trying.
Every Sunday.
Also, shout outs to Joey. Couldn't make it.
He drove by in his motorcycle.
He did drive. He did make it.
And we got the birds.
Shout outs to biology, man.
Shout outs to biology.
Shout outs to evolution.
Thank you guys.